Hey guys, it's Chris here, and you're watching another replay commentary for Heroes of the Storm. Today I played a Johanna game with her on Dragonshire. So let's just quickly look at the teams. I have Butcher, Mephyrian, Illidan, and Tassadar on my side, which means it's going to be an interesting matchup because with 3 melee heroes, you oftentimes tend to clump a lot. So as our main damage is coming from Butcher and Illidan, I have to be careful to not stand in the way, but also to try to protect them from the enemy team. We have a strong support lineup with Mephyrian and Tassadar. Both of them are very good for the heroes. Mephyrian with the heal over time, so not a lot of burst healing for Illidan, but that allows us to stay in the fights a little longer. And Tassadar is widely known as one of the best supports for Illidan. The shields are great, so it looks pretty good, unless we have issues with the whole melee thing. On the enemy team we have Muradin, Rhaegar, Stitches, Greyman and Nova, so they run into a similar issue than we do, meaning they have 3 melee heroes, even though Rhaegar doesn't do a lot of damage first of all, and also shouldn't go too much into melee necessarily. But they have Greyman, who's a good hero I think against our lineup. They also have Nova, who can be quite difficult to catch in most of the games, but we have Tassadar, so it should be okay. That being said, she has pretty vulnerable target with Mephyrian, so we have to make sure that we protect him if necessary. Okay, let's jump into the game.
Are you ready for the
I like to go to the middle lane with my warrior heroes, or well, not all warrior heroes, but those that can clear wave pretty good. Johanna is one of those heroes. I take knight, takes pawn on till level 1. Oh, I can see that the replay overview is switching the talents around. That's very nice. So you can see our talents on the top left and the talents of the opponent team on the top right. Very interesting. We just roll with it. So again, we take knight takes pawn on level 1, which stuns mercenaries minions for 3 seconds. Very good for wave clear because, well, first of all, it does damage. But second of all, with the stuns, obviously they don't attack, so it's very good for your minions to not be attacked, because then they can just do damage without receiving damage. This is also something that I really like. Our supports talk to each other, say like, "Hey, can we swap? Because I can generate Illidan." Great thing. So one thing I do with Johanna is I let the stun from Condemn run out and then use Shield Glare, which means that the minions are not only stunned for 3 seconds with Knight takes pawn, but also get blinded by Shield Glare for 1.5 seconds. That means overall it's 4.5 seconds of no damage to my minions, which makes it easier to push the lane. Even with an enemy in the lane, if it's not a very strong wave clear enemy, you will have quite an advantage there. You just basically just use Condemn, then use UQ, and then wait for the Condemn to run out, and then just use Shield Glare. So this is very important at the beginning, because basically with your QWE combination you can clean waves very early, but Punish doesn't do a lot of damage at the beginning of the game. So it's okay, but it doesn't do like a ton. So in doing this, I stun all of them, I do a lot of damage to them. One goes down before anything happens, then Shield Glare blinds them, and then as you can see, I only lost 1 minion while the enemy team lost all of them. And that's really important because, again, all of them run to the wall, so ammo is drained, but also because at the moment Muradin tried to help out bottom, he lost I think 2 or 3 minions in XP, so that's actually very good. And you should try to do that when you can, like when you have time to think about stuff like this, just do it. Again, this time I don't think actually I will lose 1 minion. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, in those cases, like, you drain so much ammo from the towers, as you can see they're already empty. Really good job doing that. Pushing the lane because I'm not afraid of a gank. I have indestructible, not indestructible, I have Iron Skin, which can just help me not get ganked. They're rotating now, so they don't have Muradin anymore here on the lane, so I have to be a little bit more careful because Muradin didn't do a lot of damage to me. On the other hand, Muradin also doesn't receive a lot of damage, and also he heals back any damage that I give to him. So here I try to get really offensive against Greyman, because I know that he can't heal up. I mean, he can use well, of course, that's also what I'm doing now. but with Moradin it's always like you can't do a lot of damage because he just walks out of combat for a couple of seconds and then he just basically is healed up, right? So with Greyman he doesn't have that trait, so if you can do damage to him, it's perfect. As you can see, he already left the lane again or something. Well, there he is, but he basically couldn't stop me from doing something. Also, Shiegler is obviously very good against him. He's an auto attacker, so he doesn't like it. This was a condemn that I just used to see if I can get him. Now I want to be sneaky. I blind him and try to channel, but obviously the channel is longer than the blind lasts, so I can't do it. But it's a quite nice thing because, as you can see, he then jumped on me, and I think that it's kind of like a panic reaction because he didn't interrupt me, so he tries to go melee, which can be quite difficult for them because he doesn't have an escape afterwards anymore for like 6 seconds, and then he can run away. So they got Mephirin, but in return we get, first of all, 2 heroes, but also the whole wave again of XP that is lost to them. And we're now up a level. Kill-wise, we're 4 kills against 2, so we're doing a very good job. And now I see that we also get top, so I'm just waiting for the dragon. So very important, the first dragon doesn't do a lot. So it's important to not overreact to getting the dragon. Like I will not do any damage to structures here right now. Greyman is back now. Also my Fury is here. I attack very slowly. Now Stitches comes in, and there's Nova. So a lot of enemies here, and I just fall back because I'm already down. But you can still do tricky things with the or cheeky things with the Dragon Knight. So they get Mephirin again, but I kick Greyman into here, which is good. He gets a little bit of damage, and then kick, and he's back into my base, and now he's going to die. That's something that's very important. At the early game of you have those cheeky plays that can be much more important, because while we're all fighting here, Butcher's just top and keeps our XP lead up. So we're up a level. We lost Mephirin again, but you know, it's not the end of the world. And with the cheeky play, we got Greymane, so they lost more XP on most lanes. Again, just farming the lane. As you can see with Malf, it's very quickly an empty lane, so that's great. I picked up Laws of Hope at level 4, and then also went for Conviction on level 7. Conviction gives you movement speed when you use Condemn. As we have some well, slick heroes like Nova, I like to use it because you just get movement speed from that. About that. Nice little cough sneak in there. So yeah, I'm just laning here against Greymane. He can't do a lot against me. His damage is mostly coming from Working Form, but he can't really go into it. So I picked up level 10 now, and I've picked up Blessed Shield. And this is something that we now do. We just have level 10 and we just go for it. A little bit of overkill here with the Blessed Shield. I'm not sure if I really needed to use it, but a kill is a kill. Yeah, now they just have to see us destroying the wall. Nova here very far in the front, very lucky. Also, this doesn't make any sense. Don't use your decoys like this. They don't do anything. The minions don't attack them while they're on the wall. That's just wasted mana. I mean, she had to go back anyway, but it doesn't do a lot. Like, don't use your decoy for no reason. Back to farming. Just want to keep up our experience lead. Try to keep up a talent on them. They're now level 10, so we have to be a little bit more careful. They picked up a Precision Strike, so I know that I have to be careful not to block my teammates. And other than that, typical heroics, it's Avatar for Muradin, Ancestral Healing for Rhaegar, and Putrid Bulk for Stitches. So again, a lot of movement speed, removing things or slowing things down, so just be careful. So I'm getting, again, the wave cleared, and now I'm a little bit worried that they might get the dragon, but my team cleans up quite nicely. I catch a Nova, who's spotted by the Oracle of Tassadar. That's why I said Tassadar is really good. This is also important. I use my heroic to stun her, and then while she's stunned, I walk in front of her, which then prevents her from escaping. So if you stun somebody like this and you know that they are gonna escape, try to run in front of them to maximize the effect that the stun has. It's really important because I see a lot of people that just use their stun and then just attack the enemy basically from behind, and it doesn't do a lot because you only get the benefit of the stun. So if you get in front of them, you can like slow them down even more further. I like the backup here, not backup, the retreat here, and also think it's very important to call the retreat because I'm the tank, so I really want my team to know that we're falling back. Now Stitches gets sneaky. He knows that we're here to chase him, and he does a very good job because if you can see on the minimap, Rhaegar just takes the top temple or top shrine, and now he's just wasting our time. And I realize what's going on, and he sees that Nova is in the middle and is about to take the shrine. So that was very clever.
Thank you, my friend.
Oh, sorry, not Nova. Who's in there? I think it's Morden. No, it's also not Morden. Who is it? Is it Rhaegar himself? I think so. Okay. Anyway, so Stitches basically got them the dragon by just keeping us away from the middle. Very clever. Uses Pretty Ball here against Illidan. Illidan dodges the dragon by jumping away. Or no, he actually didn't dodge it. Oh well, happens. I dodge it now. Use Iron Skin. This is also very important. The dragon can't kick you while you're unstoppable, so in that case, with... oh, Greyman is in the dragon. Okay, makes sense. Whenever you have Johanna or any other hero that has an unstoppable condition, don't let the dragon kick you if you don't know where you're flying. In this case, I probably would have flown back into my own base, but my team would have been exposed, so that was a very good idea to be unstoppable. So this is a bit messy. I used my shield already to stun everybody when they were closing in on my supports, and now I'm just trying to catch up people. And here begins the bad luck streak for Rhaegar. I think the assessment healing was really good on Stitches. A little bit last second, but it was landing, and then he died basically. So this team fight was kind of difficult for them because they actually jumped us and was really good, and they had Tassadar and Malfurion caught. But with me in there, in between them, they couldn't actually do damage to us. And then I just disrupted their play a lot by stuns and blinding them, so that was a good play from our side, and our supports didn't back up, which was also good, because after I stunned them I thought they should back up, but they stayed, and that won us the fight basically. And as you can see now, it's a lot easier to clear the waves. I picked up Burning Rage at 13, so basically I only need one Condemn and a Punish, and then the wave is dead. Another messy battle, but we're coming out ahead at the moment with those. I'm a little mana drained here, so I can't do everything. I used Blast Shield again to interrupt and stun them, so that was good, and we get a fort with it. I think they shouldn't be jumping on us like that, especially down the level, and I also think that this is a very bad idea to fight us here, just because we clearly are up 3 heroes already, and we're up a talent, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to do it. Yeah, we're up quite a bit. So I'm going to do Blast Hammer, which creates a hammer when you use Condemn. It's not the best talent in the world for Johanna, but it does damage, and we're a little bit on the small side for damage, so I try to do a little more damage and use that. So I can pick up the dragon again, which is one of the issues for them, because they well, basically ran into us beforehand. As you can see, I was walking away a bit, and that's... Well, I wanted to do this because I felt like I was alone again. I'm kicking Rhaegar away so that they don't have heal, so always make sure that when you kick somebody, it's an important person and not just kick anybody. So Rhaegar was not here, he could not use ancestral healing, and we were able to pick up Murden. Um, and yeah, I was walking away with the dragon because I didn't have anybody, and now everybody is here. So this is great. My team saw what I was doing, and now we're all here and we can fight. Take out the keep wall. Did a lot of damage with the dragon, which now goes down. But I'm not afraid. Like, I'm not afraid that the dragon goes down because, first of all, I have all my cooldowns ready. And again, the Ancestral doesn't land. But it has full cooldown, I think. No, it actually doesn't. So at least it has that point for him. So yeah, it was, I think, only the second dragon, and we're already up 4 levels. So I'm doing a good job disrupting the enemy team. This doesn't make me very concerned still, because again, we're up a hero. Our Buddha is doing everything, and then again, the Ancestral healing doesn't land. I mean, that guy has such a tough game. I think that's the third Ancestral that doesn't land, so it's quite tough. I'm pinging now the keep because I really want us to take the keep and then fall back. That doesn't do a lot to us. We used most of our heroics, so it is a little bit dangerous, but we're so far in front. We had like a 4-level lead a second ago. So was it the right call to go for the keep after they fed another kill to us? But yeah, like, they're down a talent here and they try to jump on us. I think that's the wrong way to go for us, especially with Nova. She didn't take a Gathering Power, but it's still better for her to try to snipe somebody off and not engage in those team fights. And that's kind of like the story of this game. They just fed into us. What I'm trying to do here is to avoid some damage, so I'm kiting around one of the minions so that it doesn't do damage to me. I also spot Moradin with my Blessed Hammer, which is nice, but doesn't do a lot of things because he couldn't have interrupted me anyway. At this point I'm just so much stronger than him, 4 levels up, a talent up, so it doesn't really do much. Like, he doesn't scare me anymore at the moment. So yeah, again we take the shrine. And we have a big push going on here. We have a night camp, we have a golem camp, not golem camp, a siege camp. So this is really looking good for us. Another fort. And as you can see, I'm just jumping in here. I'm just trying to do damage to them. This is also because basically I don't have anything to fear. They don't have a lot of lockdown. We're up so much, so my HP and mana is so much higher than theirs that there's not a reason for me to not push with this huge camp. So this is great what they're doing now, though. They somehow got the temples, or the shrines, and nearly got the Dragon Knight. So great move from Mafurian who stopped them. And then they're unlucky, basically, because I just... well, we get the shrines back and immediately take the dragon. We're 4 level up, it's 60 minutes in, and I'm pinging the core. Because a lot of teams will try to do another keep or something, but we're so much in front that we can actually just lose the fight, just lose the match if we go for a keep, because they maybe wipe a couple of us and then catch up in XP. And this, as you can see, the core falls so quickly that there's not much they can do. There's also 2 catapults coming in there, so quick end to a very dominating win for us. I think it showed very, very well what you can do with Johanna in general. She's a very disruptive warrior, and she also has a lot of HP. Important is that you don't overestimate your strength at the beginning of the game, because since the scaling changes arrived, she's not very strong at the beginning in her HP. Oh, with her HP, she doesn't have a lot of health, and she gets a lot of damage at the beginning. So don't be too cocky in the beginning. I had a great lane because Muradin doesn't do any damage at the beginning, so that was great. And then after I had a couple of levels, I had Greymane in my lane, who couldn't do a lot of stuff to me anyway. Okay, so let's look at the end score screen. I had 2 Dragon Knights, so I have a lot of siege damage, as you can see, 150,000. But that's also because I tried to clear a lot of minions. As you saw, I think I've never went top or bottom, and I never kept the shrine. I think that was a good decision, just to keep us up in the XP. And it's also one of the strengths of Johanna. She just does wave clear so well, especially when you pick up all those talents with Burning Rage and Conviction. So I did a good job on that. Let's look at the kills. We have 25 kills on their team. I was there for 16 of them, which is okay, I guess. Maybe maybe alright. I think it's alright. It's not super good. That being said, a lot of the kills were when they were doing skirmishes in the top or bottom for the shrine, so I should not be there, so that's actually pretty good. But looking at Malfurion, for example, he was there for 20 of our kills, as well as Illidan. That's really strong. Like 20, if you're there for 24 of 25 kills, it just shows you did a good job. Overall, didn't die, but let's be honest here. The enemy team didn't have a lot to do with the game. In the end, they fed in a little bit early and then had a couple of misplays that just led to a huge lead in the middle of the game. Other than that, yeah, just try to use your Iron Skin when you are about to get kicked by the Dragon Knight, or if somebody tries to lock you down. That's what you do with Johanna. You just try to use it only in those situations where you can actually be controlled, because that's one of the weaknesses of her. If you can lock her down, then she definitely can get into trouble. That's it for me. As always, you will find the talent build in the video description, so feel free to check that out. If you skill it differently, let me know why and how. Obviously, Johanna is one of the warriors that has quite a bit of variety in her skill builds, so feel free to discuss that. And if you like the video, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great day.